Hello, comrades and peers. Welcome to another hobby update. I had hoped for some profound progress, but things still developed into other directions, as always. I just noticed last week that the Crisis 2024 had been postponed from November to September. It feels like a jump from summer straight to late fall. Normally, I was already thinking about Christmas presents at this convention. Let's come back to the present. As you could already see in a short, I finally completed painting the first Protestant unit, a Swedish blue regiment. Either I'm a little out of practice, or the miniatures are even more difficult to paint with a pale primer base. A black primer is always more forgiving when you paint figures in this small scale. At the end, I shaded the miniatures 2 times. One wash with Null oil after the base paint to separate the soldiers from each other optically, and a second one with Agwark's earth shade to accentuate some details like the bandoliers with the 12 apostles. In the end, the time it took to paint this unit was too long, especially if there are 6 others to do. I probably still get too bogged down in details, and the epics Pike and Shotte have some of those, and particularly the foot soldiers. With other figures, the second rank is a little more hidden and harder to see, so I normally put the worth painted figures there. But with epics, the second rank is almost obscured. On the table, you can only see their backs and heads. Even if you pick them up, you can't see much beside faces and top of the clothing. So that could be a certain potential for saving time without putting too much strain on quality. The next unit to paint will be some careful test run. Maybe this will speed up the path to a Swedish force to play with. In addition to the Swedes, I also completed 2 bases of Soviet soldiers. Unfortunately, the reconnaissance vehicle is not quite finished yet. There are now 12 bases of infantry, plus support, and 6 bases of partisans ready. You can start something with that. Finally, I have finished the 6mm Greeks by Baccus, which my son gave me for test painting. The shields made painting a little more difficult than the American Civil War Union troops I had last tried at that scale. But compared to the epics, they were still relatively fast to paint. If I had a lot of bases to paint, I would reduce the details a bit, like on the helmet's crests. Maybe more than 2 rows would look better, but that was the default my son gave me. That was the progress of the last few weeks. Most of what I recently presented has been completed. Next, the second unit of Protestants has been primed and is waiting on the workbench. If the experiment with them is successful, I will let you know. Till then, and take care.